let's shift it on a bit, change the position of it. All right, and let's make the size 50/50. Yeah, now again let's change it 40/40. Yeah, this looks really good, right? So we have created our main menu. All right, now as we have created our main menu, now what you have to do is we have to create our AR scene. All right, so let's see how to do that. First of all, as you have created a main menu, congratulations. And what I want you to do is go to file, click on build settings, and add this main menu on the top. All right, and always remember, whenever there's let's say there are multiple scenes, all right, 3 to 4 scenes, always remember to put the main menu, all right, to put the main menu on top of every scene. All right, because this would means the scene in the top, all right, the scene in the top will be the main scene. All right, would be the main scene in the sense that it would means after building the application would start with the scene that is on the top. All right, so always remember to keep the main menu on the top. All right, so yeah, as our our main menu is done, now what we can do is we can create another scene that would be our AR scene, right? So right click on scene, and let's name it AR scene. All right, and let's open it. Now I want to enable the directional light, so let's do it. I'm going to select the common lighting settings I have. All right, and yeah, we are good to go. Now what you have to do is, let me show you. First of all, the very first thing is I want you to create a basic UI. The UI would be containing back button. All right, so what you have to do is go to canvas. In the canvas, what you have to do is change the constant pixel size to scale with screen size. All right, and then in there, click on UI, then add an image. All right, then select the back button, mm, change the width to 50/50. All right, and let's you know anchor it to the top right, sorry, top left. Right, now let's change the position of it, let's say 50 and -50. All right, so let's see how it looks. No, it's a bit too much, so go for 40 and -40. Yeah, this looks good. All right, so this is one of our UI, and also add a button component to it. Okay, so I somehow added another component. This is virtual button behavior, and of course I don't want that. Just wait, let me remove this whole thing. Okay, yeah, just let me again reconfigure the button. Okay, cool. Now go in here and add a button component. All right, and yeah, our button is created, and rename this button to back button. All right, now for further development, we have to set up our Vue4u engine. All right, so it's fairly simple. Delete the main camera. All right, delete the main camera, then add a Vue4u engine AR camera. All right, and drag it in, drag it to the top. All right, now as we have the AR camera, we have to create a license. So what you have to do is click on get basic, and in here give a license name. As my app's name is Dinopedia, I'm going to give it Dinopedia license name. All right, and simply just copy the license key. Great. So now that we have our license key, go to AR camera, click on open Vue4u configuration. All right, and paste it. Okay, so now our license key also set up. Now one thing, just give me some time. All right, I'm going to prepare the markers. All right, and then I'm going to come back and show you how to also add the markers. All right, and how to use it in your project. All right. So now we have downloaded all the markers we needed. All right, now what you have to do is go to your target manager, click on add database, then give the database a name. Let's say Dinopedia DB. All right. So then click on create, and it's going to create a database for you. So now what you have to do is, after opening the database, you have to add the targets. All right. So click on single image. All right. Choose the image file. All right. So this is not the one. Just, yeah, here I got it. Now this is the marker one. All right. So let the name be marker one and give it a width of, let's say, 6. All right. And wait for it to add the target. And let's add another target. All right. Okay. Let's again give it a width of 6 and add it. All right. Let's add another target. All right. See, all these markers are taken from Google. All right. So you can find them on Google only. Then click on add. Okay, cool. So we have our markers, all right, and all of them are 4-star markers, and that's totally fine. Anything between 3 to 5 is okay, but less than that, don't even don't even work with those markers, all right. And even I would suggest not to go for 3-star markers also, because their tracking is also not up to mark, all right. So always have markers having 4 to 5 stars, not less than that. Now we have to download the database, all right. I'm going to download the database. So it's going to take a few minutes, and then it would start downloading. All right. So let me save the Dinopedia, package in here, and after it's downloaded, let's import it. All right. So here I got a window pop-up, and click on import. So now it has started importing our assets, means our markers. All right, and we are good to go. Now, as everything in here, all right, is working pretty fine, our AR camera is set up. All right, now we have to set up our markers. So how do we do that? First of all, go out of 2D mode. All right, go out of 2D mode, and click on there is right click, view Fourier engine, image target. All right, in the image target, click on from database, select the database, and get one marker. All right, and I'm going to get the first marker for the first marker, of course. All right, here is our first marker. Now what I want you to do is click on the image target. In here you will be finding an option tracked or extended tracked. Click on track. All right, and let's give it a name, marker 1, or let's keep the marker 1 for the T-Rex. All right, let's name it T-Rex marker. All right, let's add another marker, and again let's select from the, let's get the marker 2. All right, let's shift it in the side a bit. All right, now name it Spinosaurus marker. All right, now again view Fourier engine, another image target. Now name it Triceratops. All right, now select from the database, get the database, and there's our marker 3. All right, so we also got our, so we have our 3 markers right in here. All right, okay, let me shift it to tracked only. All right, oh, all right, so let's check if everything is set up correctly or not. Yeah, everything is set up perfectly fine. Now I have the models imported in here. All right, it is of Spinosaurus, T-Rex and Triceratops. Now what I want to do is I am simply going to add, first of all I'm going to add the T-Rex model in here. All right in here. All right, and it's really big, and I'm going to scale it down a bit. All right, and make it like this. All right, okay, cool. So here we go. We let's make him settle down a bit. All right, okay, cool. So here our you know first model for the marker is ready. I'm just going to drag and drop it inside of the T-Rex marker. All right, so our first one is ready. Let's get the second one, that is of the Spinosaurus. All right, very cool, great one actually. mm, let's set up this one too. All right, if you want you can add rotations, but for the dinosaurs one I'm not going to add the rotation. All right, I'm not going to add rotations in here. All right, I was actually trying to get animated 3D models for dinosaurs, but actually didn't got any, like not in the asset store, not on Sketchfab. Even I got some of the animated, but the animations weren't working. So you know that's why I had to get these. Now let's again add this one. Oh, this is Triceratops. All right, let's add this buddy in here. Okay, cool. So now we also have our Triceratops right in here. All right, okay, very cool. So now let's again make it a child of our Triceratops marker. All right, so now our 3D models are set up. Now you might be thinking, oh, this is it, our third project is done. No, it's not, because I'm going to show you something more. What? See, this is an encyclopedia, right? There is an AR encyclopedia. How can we call something an encyclopedia if it doesn't have any information about that particular thing that it is in there, right? So of course I'm going to add some more things to it. All right, as there's an AR book, this is an AR encyclopedia, I'm going to add information too. So how would we do that? Fairly simple, you need not to worry. First of all, go to the T-Rex marker, create a canvas. Yeah, right, create a canvas. So create a canvas. All right, remove the constant pixel size and change it to scale with screen size. All right, in here you'll be finding sort order. Give the sort order. All right, sort order means it would be means it would keep this particular dinosaur layer, means this particular T-Rex canvas on top of the main canvas in here. All right, so that's why I give it a sort order of 1. All right, so that it doesn't overlaps or something. Right, now go to your 2D mode. All right, go to your 2D mode, select the canvas. First of all, I want to disable this this main canvas so that I get the full T-Rex canvas in here. Now what I want you to do is right click, UI, image, give it a width of 60. All right, give it a width of 60, anchor it down to the bottom left, and change the position to 40 and 40, or maybe 50 and 50. Actually, let's check if it's aligning with this particular canvas. Let's check this one. All right, and select this I button. All right, this is going to be our information button, and I want size of this button, means I want size of this button to be like this. All right, so width and height is 50 and 50. Let's give it 50 and 50. All right, and let's make it 40 and 40. All right, very cool. All right, so yeah, one of our canvas is ready. Now what I want you to do is you have to add another image, that is go to UI, image. All right, in here I have a panel right in here. All right, and I want, let's say scale it up a bit. All right, and let's anchor it down in here, and let's reposition it. Okay. All right, let's see if any spaces are left or not. I don't want any spaces to be left. All right. Okay, cool. So now let's see in our canvas. All right, let's mm, let's increase the size of the panel a bit. All right, now it looks good, right? Isn't it? Let's check. Okay, so yeah, this UI works with all the basic resolutions we have, right? Now first of all, this I is a button, so I'm going to name it information button. All right, and you know what I'm going to do, add a button component to it. This image is a panel, so I'm going to name it panel, and all the information, all the information would be under this panel. So what I'm going to do is right click, make sure now all the things I'll be creating, all right, will be this panel's child. All right, the text and all the stuffs I'll be creating will be this panel's child. All right, so what you have to do is UI image. All right, we have an image, select the heading, that is information heading. Right, now let's resize this thing a bit. All right, okay, cool. Now again, rect transform, alt, anchor it in here, reduce, scale it down a bit. Okay, cool, we are good to go. Now also one more thing, we have to add in text in here. Before adding a text, all right, first of all let's change the name of it. I was going to say name the change of it. Now we have to add some more buttons, that is play, pause and stop button. Again, go to image, and let's anchor it down as of now. All right, and let's get the button size, that is the play, this will be the play button. All right, let's drag and let's change the size of it. Okay, cool. So now just wait. All right, okay, let me start it from again. So again, go to UI image, let's do all the thing before anchoring it. All right, let's get the width to be 20 maybe. Okay, cool. Now anchor it down. All right, now reposition it so it looks good. Duplicate it. All right, again duplicate it. Okay, so now it does look good. All right, make it to the center. All right, so that it looks okay. Okay, that's pretty good. Change the name to play button. Change this one's name to pause button. All right, just give a moment. All right, and change this one's name to stop button. Actually, I have the audios. All right, this would be playing the audios in there. So also select all the three buttons, add a button component in here, and we are good to go now. Oh yeah, also I have to change the picture of it, right? So I'm going to do that. Okay, so pause button got the pause icon, stop button is going to get the stop button. Oh yeah, you got it. All right, it looks good, right? Now let's add a text in here. All right, so click on UI. Always use Text Mesh Pro. All right, use nothing except Text Mesh Pro. Now, first of all, let's change the text color to black. All right, and let's resize it. All right, let's resize it. um, Change the text size to 20, and first of all we have to create a font asset because we have a different type of font. And let me show you one thing. This TextMesh Pro only accept SDF type fonts. All right, so currently the font, I already have a font called Comic New. All right, so this is Comic New Bold. So this is a font, alright, but we won't be able to apply it. Let me show you. See, we are not able to apply it. So to apply any font for into Text Mesh Pro, it's very simple. Click on Window. All right, click here. We'll be finding Text Mesh Pro. Click on Font Asset Creator. Window will be popping up. Drag and drop this font asset in here. All right, click on Generate Font Alias. All right, so it's going to take a few seconds, and it would be like create the font asset for you within no time. All right, and click on save. So here we got our font asset right in here. All right, and now what you have to do is go to the text. All right, just wait, go to the text and drag and drop this font asset right in here, and see, we got our description panel, means description text. Now I have some text already written in here. All right, so I'm just going to copy it in here and simply paste it in the panel. All right, cool. Now these looks pretty good. All right, doesn't they? And center them. All right, like this. Okay, cool. Now as we have got our information panel, we have to also code. All right, code means uh, I want to click this button, all right, and enable and disable this particular panel. And creating the script is fairly simple. What you have to do is go to asset, create a folder of called scripts. All right, okay, the folder didn't got created. All right, okay, scripts. All right, after you create this folder scripts, all right, you have to create a C# script. So now our script is created. I'm simply going to open it, all right, on my Visual Studio. So let's get this thing going in here. All right, great. So first of all, let's start coding it. See, first of all, understand the mechanics. All right, there are two ways you can do that. All right, first of all, let me tell you one way. That is the first way would be a very simple way. Actually, both the ways are simple. All right. So the first way would be adding a set active function to it. All right. Set active means when you will click this button, this panel will be deactivated from the first. So set active function would actually activate that. And with that, all right, also disable this button and add another button. All right, that is activate another button that would be looking similar like this, but would be having a different function. That is, it would be setting it to false. All right, setting the set active to false, and that would make this particular information panel disappear, right? Another way, all right, this way is I prefer to do it this way. So what you have to do is first of all create a variable. So basically in this way na, we would be using this single button only to switch on and off the panel. All right, so this is less hectic. So first of all, create a boolean variable and set it to false. All right, let me increase the size of this editor a bit. Now create a serialized field. All right, that is, I will tell you what is it. So game object information panel. Basically, this serialized field parameter, basically, first of all, understand that this is a private. All right, this is a private variable, and the serialized field helps us to serialize this. That is, show this private variable in the inspector. All right, so that's what the serialized field does. It serializes this particular variable even though it's private in the inspector menu. All right, now click on create a function that is public void on toggle button click, or let's say toggle panel. All right, now this thing is fairly simple. Click on means write if this panel is on, what you have to do is you have to set active it to false. All right, you have to disable it and set the is on to false. Now in the else block, just copy this, let this two lines and paste it in here and change them to true. All right, okay, very great. So now let the script compile. All right, so our script is compiled. What you have to do is go to this, go to this canvas. All right, add the script in here. All right, add the script in here, drag and drop this information panel in here, and you have the information button, right? So in the on click parameter, click on the plus button, drag and drop this canvas in here, and you'll be finding an option called panel toggler, and click on toggle panel. All right, now to test if to see if this is working, all right, disable this panel and let's see if if this whole thing is working or not. All right, so let's see if everything's working fine or not. Okay, so nope, this is not the one. Which one was it? Just give me a second. All right, yeah, here we go. We got our information panel button, right? We also got our model. Now click on this. Okay, just wait, let me disable the battery saver. Okay, so now it won't turn off by itself. All right, okay, cool. So now see, our information button is working pretty fine. All right, and let's see if our main canvas is also work. Okay, so our main canvas is the button of main canvas is also being clicked, so everything's working fine. All right, so now what we have to do is we have to add the audio functionality, right? Now to do that, go to your T-Rex marker, create an empty object, name the empty object as T-Rex audio. All right, of course this is not the audio of a T-Rex, it is the explanation of who he is, right? And now in the T-Rex audio game object, add an audio source. All right, In the audio source, what you have to do is go to assets. All right, where have I saved audio? Yeah, I got it. So now in the T-Rex audio, add this T-Rex description audio in here. All right, and remove this play on awake. Now as we have our T-Rex audio in here, now what I want you to do is go in here, select the three buttons, click in here, means the plus icon, drag and drop this, no, drag and drop this particular audio game object, and in the audio source select the play option. All right, now all the three buttons have the play option. Now we have to change one by one. All right, I do this because it is more faster than the usual, like just selecting one button and adding them one by one. It's much faster. Now in the pause button, uh, go to audio source and select the pause, and in the stop button go to audio source and select the stop. All right, now let's play it again, and let's see if everything's working fine or not. All right, just give it a few seconds and we'll be good to go. All right, so let's see. Okay, so all right, let's see.
Tyrannosaurus is a genus of
Oh,
large
cool. See, the pause is also working. Let's play.
theropod dinosaur.
All right, so the pause, play, and stop is working. Let's again
Tyrannosaurus
play.
is a genus of large
Yeah, pause,
theropod
play,
dinosaur. The species
stop, play,
Tyrannosaurus is a genus of large.
stop. See, this is working pretty fine. So our first marker is totally ready. Now we have to do the same thing for every marker. So I'm just going to, duplicate these two game object, right, and drag and drop it under the Spinosaurus. All right, I'm not going to name it S audio. All right, it's too much to write its whole name. And this canvas, let's put it up in there in the canvas. All right, here's the panel, drag and drop it in here, and in the buttons, all right, we already have the S audio. All right, means this audio source, so we don't have to do anything else. Also enable this particular button, and in the panel, all right, in the panel, in the text, we have to change the text. All right, in the text I have got one text. Just let me bring it up in here, and let's see, let's enable this particular panel and let's see how it looks. Oh, it looks really good, right, doesn't it? And again duplicate it. All right, and drag and drop into T, means Tyrannosaurus Rex. All right, and not sorry, Triceratops, not Tyrannosaurus Rex. And in the canvas select the panel. All right, and inside of the panel, let's see if the buttons has the right audio or not. Yeah, they do. Now in the text, all right, enable the panel, and we are going to get the actual text. All right, where is the text? Yeah, got it. Now simply go in there and put it in here, right? Okay, cool. Now, all right, just give a few seconds. All right, now disable this particular panel right in here. All right, so now in the T audio, change the audio to Triceratops audio. All right, and in the Spinosaurus Rex audio, change it to Spinosaurus Rex. Sorry, Spinosaurus, not Rex, not Rex. All right, I'm really sorry. Dinosaurs and dinosaur enthusiasts are going to kill me, I guess. So yeah, let's try this out and let's see if everything's working or not. All right, so give it a few seconds to run. All right, so let's see. So this is our first one. All right, this is our special dinosaur, that is T-Rex. All right, my favorite. So let's see if audio
Tyrannosaurus
is
is a genus of large theropod.
all right. So audio and everything is
Tyrannosaurus is a genus of large
perfectly
theropod
working.
dinosaur.
All right,
The
and
species Tyrannosaurus rex, often called T-Rex or
cool.
colloquially T-Rex, is one of the best
Let's
represented
actually
theropods.
stop it. All right, and if you let's do one thing. Let's say if you want to stop the audio, all right, if you want to stop or pause the audio after the marker is removed, you can simply do that. So go to T-Rex marker, in the on target lost, click on add icon, um, get this audio, all right, audio source, and let's say I want to stop the audio. All right, let's stop the audio. All right, and again in the Spinosaurus marker, do the same thing. All right, do the same thing, and you can do whatever you want. All right, even you can pause the audio, and even if you want, you can start playing the audio when the marker is tracked. It's totally up to you, but this is what I'm doing now. Yeah, we are good to go, right? All righty, let's see. All right, okay, so let's check if everything's playing or not.
Tyrannosaurus is
All right,
Tyrannosaurus is a
all right,
Tyrannosaurus is a
let's play and
genus of
see.
large theropod.
Cool, so it's working now. Let's select this one. All right, okay.
Triceratops is an
Oh,
extinct genus of herbivorous
great.
chasmosaurine
All right, so play pause is
ceratops of
also working, stop is also working.
Triceratops is an extinct genus of Triceratops is an
All right, good. Now let's
Triceratops is an extinct genus of herbivorous
all right, so this one's also working perfectly fine, and let's test this one, our Triceratops, right? Sorry, not the Triceratops, yeah, Spinosaurus. All right, let's play it.
Spinosaurus is a genus of Spinosaurid
All right,
dinosaur
it's
that lived in
called
what now is
Spinosaurus.
North Africa during the Cenomanian to Upper.
All right, play
Spinosaurus is a
play pause and stop is perfectly working. Let's
Spinosaurus
see
is a
this one.
genus of Spinosaurid.
All right, so our dinosaurs dinosaur encyclopedia is working perfectly fine. Now the thing that is left is to code the back button, right? Means the scene changing script. All right, so what I'm going to do is go to script. All right, first of all, oh yeah, before going to the script, go to build settings. All right, and add this AR scene in here. So currently I'm on this AR scene, so I'm just going to click on add open scenes, and always remember to keep the main menu on top of every other scene you are putting in the build settings. All right, so make sure you do that. Now in the scripts, create another script called C# script called scene controller. All right, now all right, so now let's code our scene controller. All right, that is, it will be controlling our scene. All right, that means we have to navigate through the scenes, right? So we need that. So what we are going to do is using Unity engine, we have to include that particular library, scene management. All right, so here you go. Right, now what we have to do is we have to create three functions. First of all, the function would be public void, we are going to call it main menu. This function would be loading the main menu. All right, that is scene manager dot load scene, and give this scene a name, that is main menu. All right, so after you give this scene a name, you have to create another function. All right, public void. All right, in the public void function you have to create another so now, all right, we have to create another function. All right, that would be for loading our AR scene, right? So public void, let's name it AR scene, right? And again, same, write the same line in here, that is scene manager dot load scene. All right, and now in here you have to provide the AR scene name. See, these are the names, all right. These are the names of the scenes we have, all right. These are the names of the scenes we have, that is the main menu and the AR scene, all right. So make sure to put this scene name right in here, all right. So make sure to do that. And another is to quit, all right. Public void quit app, quit app, all right. Now scene manager dot load scene, and sorry, not load scene, what I'm doing, I'm very sorry. Okay, just wait. Oh yeah, application dot quit, all right. So that would help our application to quit, all right. And let's compile the script. So now our script is compiled. What you have to do is create an empty game object, reset its position, all right, and name this empty game object as scene controller, all right, because this empty, we'll be attaching our scene controller script to this empty game object. Now what you have to do is go to canvas, click on the back button. In the back button, click on click, click on the plus icon in the scene, put the scene controller down there and click on scene controller. And after clicking the back scene, you should load the main menu. All right, now we have to do the same thing with our main menu, all right. And in the meantime, we also have to check if everything's responsive or not, right. So let's check it. All right, really great. Yeah, everything's totally fine, right. Now again in here, create an empty home object called scene controller, reset its transform, uh, add the scene controller script in here. In here you'll be finding okay, this I forgot to rename this button. Let's rename it quit button, all right. Now in the start button, all right, we have an on click function. Simply add it in there, scene controller, and click on this AR scene because it would be loading our AR scene. And again, I also forgot to add the a button component to this quit button. Click on the plus sign, scene controller, scene controller, then again quit app. All right, so now everything's done. Now let's play this scene and let's see if everything's working fine or not. All right, and if everything works fine, we are done with our application, right. And you can actually launch this application on Play Store if you want, all right. So and actually before launching, I would suggest you to add some more information, all right. Now let me tell you one thing, this quit button is working, all right. This quit button is perfectly working fine, but you can see nothing is happening because currently we are not on our phones. So when you will be in your phone and pressing this quit button, it would be working perfectly fine, all right. And I'm not sure why there's here is one button I have to check, all right. So everything's first of all, let me check if the function is right. Yeah, quit, the function is right, so quit button will work perfectly fine. Now click on the start button, all right, and let's see it load. All right, cool. Now let's try out our markers. Just let me open the markers, all right. All right, okay, cool. So now everything's working perfectly fine.
Spinosaurus is a genus of spine.
Okay, cool. So just like this, every other marker will work, and let's click on the back button. Yeah, cool. So we are able to navigate through our scenes, right? So this is working perfectly fine. And which button is this one? All right. Also, it's not inside the canvas, so it's not necessary. So delete it. I guess I have added it by mistake. So we are done with this project, and hopefully you have learned how to create your own AR books, all right, how to create your own AR encyclopedias. And if you want, you can launch this application after developing on Play Store, all right, and also add ads to earn money. So yeah, for this lecture, this is it, and best of luck for and also create more projects like this. All right, and in the next module of this course we are going to explore Spark AR. All right, so yeah, stay tuned. In this lecture, we are going to learn about Spark AI Studio. We'll be getting an overview of the interface. We'll be learning about the Spark AI ecosystem, all right, and we'll be doing a lot more things, all right. But before using Spark AI Studio, you need to download it. So this is the link, all right, sparkar.facebook.com/ar studio/download. All right, so you just need to click on the download. The installer would be downloaded on your system, and the process is pretty simple. You just need to install it. All right, it's like any other installation process. All right, so from this website you have to download it. All right, now here is the interface. All right, this is a dashboard. All right, now with this dashboard we actually manage our projects within Spark AR. All right, so first of all, this is the basic interface. Here are the templates. All right, this is the first area that you are going to see after installing and opening the Spark AR Studio. Here are three well means three blank templates. All right, that is, one is totally blank, that is blank project, and there is sharing experience and video calling experience. All right, and other than these three, here are some more. All right, so these are the basically templates made by the Spark AR team and other creators. All right, so here you can see there are multiple templates that you can get. This, there is a face decoration, there is face mask, then there is body tracking, then there is neck decoration, then there is head tracking. All right, so these are the templates that you can explore. All right, here is a real scale world object tool, that is means real world, like real world scanning, markerless scanning. So you can like try to explore all these templates. All right, it would give you a humorous like huge amount of knowledge. All right, so these are the templates that you can work with. Now let's say after this course you want to explore uh, more of Spark AR. All right, so Spark AR has their own platform where there are 2 to 3 courses on Spark AR, that is fundamentals of Spark AR. Then there is uh, like a totally free, means those are totally free. All right, then there is advanced Spark AR. All right, so you can find it on the internet. It's by Facebook only, it's totally free, you can watch there. All right, and if you want to learn more advanced AR development, all right, then I'm also going to launch one course. All right, it's called EXA 001 Augmented Reality for everyone. All right, so it's an augmented reality mastery course. You can get that course. It would be a very low cost course, and it would be launching very soon at my startup, Antern. All right, so make sure to subscribe my channel to get the updates about it. All right, so here are the tutorials that you can get. Here you can see there are multiple tutorials available about the coding. All right, about means about creating a glow effect, about face tracking. All right, so you can learn it from them. And here are the recent projects. All right, here are the recent projects that you can like if you create some projects, all right, inside of Spark AR, you will get those listed down in here. All right, and here is a open option. All right, so if you have a project file, then you can open that project file from here. All right, and here is the creator community option, then forum option, and what's new option. All right, so this is it. All right, now uh, to create a new project you have to click on blank project. All right, so we would be choosing the blank project and it would start creating the blank project for us. All right, so here you can see that our blank project has opened up. All right, so let's get a bit comfortable with the interface. All right, so the very first thing, all right, the very first thing you are going to see is there is a person. All right, here you can see this, there is a person who's like rotating its head. All right, and here is a very small mobile like window. All right, here's a very small mobile like window that you can see in here. So here is a simulation happening. All right, this is the person. So basically now these are test persons. So whenever we create any sort of marker, all right, whenever we are going to create any sort of marker, these are the test persons that we would be working with. All right, so we would be testing our markers on these test persons. All right, so this is kind of a small phone, you could say. All right, this is kind of a small phone, or you can also say this is a testing window, just like in Unity. You can even dock and undock it. All right, like click on this undock option, then it would be undocked, or simply when it is docking, you can drag it down. All right, and you can keep it anywhere you want. All right, but I prefer this one to be on the top. All right, so that's where I'm going to keep it. Now let me shorten this window. All right, let me make the size small. Now here you can see that we are able to see, here's a total new scene where a camera actually is there, means there's this triangle thing is there, and here's a film going on. All right, here's a video going on. So let me tell you what are these. So first of all, in Unity, all right, I introduced you to the scene window, right? In that scene window, we used to add objects. We could manipulate those objects in there, right? Similarly, in Spark here, there is viewport window. All right, so basically this viewport window, what it does is we can add objects from in the scene panel, and manipulate those objects from here. All right, so that is it. And here you can see here's a some kind of like phone like structure. This thing have a phone like structure. This is basically a phone. All right, there's a simulated phone. It is showing that the phone camera is actually like projecting the filter on top of it. All right, so this is basically the camera. All right, so I hope you understand. Right, now this is basically, as I told you, this is the scene window. All right, and this one is kind of like the game window in Unity. All right, so this game window in Spark Air 2. All right, so this is we use this one for simulating. All right, now as we learned about hierarchy in Unity, right? Similarly, in Spark here also there's another panel. This is called scene panel. All right. So what exactly it does is it contains all the objects that are present in the scene. Right. You can add new objects in it. You can manipulate those objects right from here. All right. Like here you can see here is the camera object right in here. All right. Here is the camera object, right? So this is the hierarchy window from Unity. All right, so try to understand it like this. Now let's see the inspector window of Spark AR. Actually in Spark AR it is called properties window. All right, but if you want you can even call it inspector window. All right, but it is actually known as properties window. So this is also like the Unity's inspector window. All right, it also contains all the editable properties of a particular object. Right, like here you can see that we can see, oh, if we click the camera, we can see its properties right in here. Here are multiple options in there. These are not editable, of course, but let's say let's try out this directional light. So here you can see that this directional light is editable. We can decrease and increase the means intensity. We can change the positions. We can change the rotations. Right. So we can edit those. All right. This is property window, just like the inspector window from Unity. All right. Now in Unity there was also something called project window, right? Similarly, here is also one project window called assets window. All right, so this is like it is basically under the scene panel, so you can see it right in here, and you can actually drag and drop or import the assets right in here. All right, now this is for the basic interface. All right, now let me show you some more things. All right, like let's say I want to for testing my filter better, like for adjusting the filter, what I can do, I want to pause this character, right? So in your left, all right, like in the left of the interface, you would see a pause button. If you click on that pause button, the video playback would be paused, right? Now if you again play it, then it would start playing. Right, now let's say, oh, I don't want that character. All right, I want to test with many other characters there is. All right, because his face, like the shape of his face is different than others, right? So I also want to adjust the 3D model to others, like to others face shape. right? So what I can do is I can simply get another one in here, right? Then there's another one, then there's another one, then there are many presets available. All right, and if you want to try it on yourself, then there like currently I'm on my laptop, so this is the camera I have, all right, called easy camera. So I can click on that and get the camera view on here, right? But currently I don't want the camera view, so I'm going to keep this person right now. All right, so this is basically the things that you would be needing as of now, right, to create the projects. And I'd also be telling you many other things as far as we move, right? And let me show you, all right, how you can get free 3D models, free 3D, I mean free patches and all those things from in Spark AR only. All right, so just what you have to do is in the assets panel you have to click on this AR library. All right, and a window will appear, something like this. All right, so let me pause this character for a minute. All right, let me pause it. All right, and let's get this window. All right, so here you can see that there are multiple options in here there. All right, there are multiple templates available. First of all, let's say I want a 3D object, right? I can click on 3D objects or search for any 3D objects I want. All right, so and pick it from there. All right, these 3D models are free to use. All right, and let's say I want any sort of music or sound, I can get that, right? I can get that from Spark AR only. Then there are patch assets. Patch are basically there's two ways to code in Spark AR. One is visual scripting, that is the patch editor, where you have to move blocks here and there and connect one block to another to code. And there is that we can code it through scripting. All right. So there are presets available. You can use those presets. All right. Let's say if we want textures, we can get those textures from here also. If we want blocks, all right, we can also get those blocks from here. If we want the script packages, all right, we can also get these script packages from here. If we want color LUTs, we can even get these from here. All right, so Spark AR has a pretty good ecosystem for its creators. All right, and if we talk about how to launch our own filters, all right, so to launch our own filters, what you would be needing is a Facebook account, all right, and an Instagram account to launch your AR filters on Instagram. All right, so make sure you have a Facebook account at least. All right, and of course to upload it on Instagram you also need a Instagram account, right? So yeah, cool, great. So this is it for this lecture. All right, see you in the next lecture. Thank you. In this lecture, we are going to learn about face tracking, face mesh, all right, and we will also be creating our first filter based on face mesh, all right. So make sure to watch this video till the end. So we are talking about face tracking, right? What is face tracking? All right, what exactly it is it? All right, see, face tracking is a concept. All right, face tracking is an algorithm that actually helps us to track our face, right? Like for example, you can see this person right in here. All right, he is moving his head left and right, up and down, right? If we attach an face tracking algorithm or module, what will happen? It would track this person's face. Like for example, see, this person is moving his head upward, then also the face tracker will also point upward. All right, so that's how a face tracker would work. It would track the person's face, right? It will take, all right, it would actually take the person's head rotation and movement from the real world and put those values inside of the editor, all right, so that it can perform other tasks. That is what a face tracker is. All right, now adding a face tracker is very simple. All right, what you have to do is you have to go to your scene panel. In the scene panel, there you would be finding a addition plus button. You have to click on the plus button. All right, and in here in the first option will be there face tracker. Right now, if you are not able to find the face tracker, you can simply search it in here, that is face tracker. And after you do that, click on the face tracker and click on insert. All right. So here you can see, the anchors, right? You are able to see the anchors, right? You can see that with the face, all right, with the rotation and movement of the face, the anchors are also moving, right? So that's how face tracking works, all right. That is what face tracker does, right? Now, as you have learned about face trackers in Spark AR, now there's left face mesh, right? To make your see face mesh now is sort of a layer on your face, all right. It's kind of another object on your face, all right. You can understand face meshes as like this, all right. Now to add a face mesh, click on this face tracker, all right. Then click on add and write face mesh, and you would find the face mesh, all right. And click on insert. So here you can see that we added our face mesh, right? It looks like checkers board, right? Sorry, not checkers board, but chess board, right? So one more thing you have to remember, all right, that whenever if you want to make like if you are attaching the objects which can totally work with your face tracker, all right, that is use face tracker for tracking the face, then make sure all the objects that you are putting in your scene, all right, to make it a child of the face tracker object, all right. Why? Because here you can see that as the person is moving its head, this particular face mesh is also moving, all right, moving and rotating. That's how it is working, right? So that's why I told you to make the objects of like a child of the face tracker only if you want to like make it rotate and move on the player's head movement and rotation, right? So that's how it all works, right? Now as we have added a face mesh, we can also add a material to it, all right. So what you can do is click on face mesh. In here in the properties panel you'll be finding a material section, and here you'll be finding an plus button. So click on this plus icon, and here you'll be a material would be created in your assets panel, and see a material is also added, right? Now if you want you can change the color of the material, all right. So simply select the material, go to its properties, and change the color, all right. Change the color to whatever you want, all right. You can keep it red, you can keep it green, you can keep it yellow, you can keep it blue, anything you want, all right. But for now I want to keep it white, right? So now as we have learned to create our own face tracker and our own face mesh, right? Now what we can do is we can add textures to it. All right. Now this is a bit tricky part. All right. If you are familiar with Photoshop, then this would be a bit helpful to you. Like helpful means easy to you. All right. So let me show you. Go to your browser first. All right. Download these face reference assets, all right, because these face reference assets are going to be really useful to us, all right. So just go to this particular website. You can simply write on the internet Spark AR face reference assets, all right. You would get them in there. Now what you can do is you can click on this face reference assets, and it would start downloading a zip file, and after you extract it, all right, go to the textures folder, and you'll be finding two textures, all right. One is face feminine and one is face masculine. These are basically face reference assets, all right, to create the textures for our face. Okay, so I'm for this example I have used, means for this tutorial I have used face masculine. You can even use face feminine if you want, all right. Now what you have to do is open Photopea, or if you have Photoshop in your system, you can open that. All right, I have used Photopea. It's like Photoshop but in online. So now what you can do is first of all import this face masculine in here. All right, import this face masculine in here, and import your lion face texture. For me it's a lion face texture. You can use any texture if you want, all right. Now what I did is I pressed control in my I pressed control in my keyboard and mapped it like this. Just wait. Okay, here you can see that I mapped it to the proportions of the face. All right, to the proportions of the face of the this particular reference picture. All right, and here you can see, you can like, you just have to press control, right? You just have to press control and edit the transforms. All right, and you would be good to go. And always make sure that these eye holes, all right, are in place of this reference assets eyes. All right, so make sure you do that. Okay, and this is it. And then what you can do is, you can simply like, turn off this background layer and add another transparent layer, and you can simply go to file, export as png, and your texture would be exported, right? I have already done that. Now what you can do is simply drag and drop it inside your asset. All right, that is inside your editor. So I'm just going to drag and drop it in here. All right, so yeah, now is it is uploaded on within the it is uploaded within our Spark AI Studio. All right, now what you can do is, sometimes what happens now, your it would start, actually not sometimes, every time it happens that it would start compressing it. All right, and mine is already compressed. It was so fast. So what you can do is, all right, it makes the editor slow. All right, it makes Spark AR slow. For the moment, all right, for the moment you can select it to means in the iOS section, make it to none. Then in the Android and older Android also, make it to none. So it would stop the compression for a moment, and whenever you'll be publishing a filter, that is exporting it and then publishing it, it would start the compression. It will compress your filter and then you can upload it. Now always remember to compress your filter before uploading it to to Instagram or Facebook. All right, so make sure you do that. Now as we have learned to create our face tracker, our face mesh, let's add a texture to the face mesh. All right, this is also very simple. We already have our lion face which is mapped to the reference image. Select the material. In here you'll be finding a texture section. Click on this image thing and select the texture. All right, and here you go, you got the texture in your Spark app, right? So that's how we work with face meshes. All right, you can also like add occlusion effect in this face mesh. In the next lecture only we would be learning about occlusion, because we would be implementing our own 3D model in Spark AI. All right, but for this lecture, this is it, and we learned about face tracker, we learned about face meshes, and also created our first face filter, right? So yeah, so as you are already aware of Spark AR, alright, and you already know how to create 2D filters with Spark AR, right? Now it is our very high time to learn how to create 3D filters, alright, that is use 3D models within our filters, alright. So the first thing, alright, what I want you to do is click on go to settings, that is project properties, click on change project properties, alright. Here you will see a tab experiences, so click on add experience and select this sharing experience and click on insert. All right, so after you have done that, we are good to go with the project. Now what you have to do is add a 3D model. The first of all, add a 3D model of it. All right, click on AR library and find for a 3D model you want. All right, so let's say let's get a cap. All right, let's get a cap. It's let's get actually a 3D cap. Right, now let's get this Pokemon's Masters cap. Right, click on import. It will start downloading the model. All right, So it has completed downloading the model. Now close this window and cool. So we are good to go. Now click on this focal distance or camera. All right. Then click on add, that is this plus sign, and add a face tracker. All right. Select the face tracker and insert it. All right. Now here you can see that our face tracker is in place. The gizmos are working perfectly fine. Now what I want you to do is click on this default texture environment. So not this one. Just wait. Yeah, this one. Material. All these textures. All right. What I want you to is remove the compression. All right, because that would slow the. That would basically slow Spark AR for me, and I currently don't want that. Yeah, of course, whenever you are publishing, all right, that you will when you will publish your filter, make sure that you compress them, all right, because compressing the filters are really necessary in case of uh, publishing it on Instagram or Facebook. All right. Now, what you have to do is get this Pokemon Masters cap, that is this 3D model, and drag it inside the Pokemon face tracker. Right. Now you can see it's like really big. Now let's scale it down. That is, give it a 0.2 scale. Okay. Just wait. Okay, cool. Still it's big. Let's give it 0.00, let's say 8.008, 0.008. Alright, that's too small. Okay, point 0, actually 0.8. I think by mistake I gave 0.8. Okay, 0.00, sorry, 0.8. Okay, alright. It's now the size look good. But here you can see, alright, one more thing, let's remove its rotation actually. Okay, not this one. Let's give it a rotation like this. Okay, it does have some rotational problems. Just wait. Okay, minus 90. Actually, let's first of all let's pause the play. All right, and yeah, this is better. Now here you can see we can't adjust this cap on the person, right? Like it's not being adjusted, like it is not fitting, it's just on top of his head, and of course we don't want that, right? We don't want that. Just see, it can't even go on its on face. So now here comes a concept of occlusion. All right, see, occlusion is basically now like in real world when you put let's say see, you have two hands, right? You have two hands. Let put one hand on top of the other hand, right? Would you be able to see your other hand? That is, let's say if I take one of my hand, all right, let's say I take the right hand and put the left hand on top of it. So after putting it, would I be able to see the portion that I covered up with my left hand? We won't. All right, that is what I can say is occlusion basically gives more immersive experience, all right, to make it easier for you. All right, let's AR search for AR occlusion. Let me get some image to make you understand. All right. Okay. So, all right. Yeah. Here we go. We got one really good image. Just give a few seconds. So here you can see in this image that first of all, the first that is the left side of the image is doesn't have any occlusion. All right, and you can see that the Pikachu is like on top of his legs, right, and that is not giving us a sense of emotion, or also it is not feeling realistic. All right, but if we look at the second image, you would see, all right, that the Pikachu is behind his leg. All right, it's not like overlapping the leg, it's behind the leg, and that is what occlusion is. The person in the first case, all right, this person doesn't have any occlusion, but in the second case, the person has an occluder, all right, on his leg, so that's why he's able to hide this particular Pikachu. All right, so I guess occlusion, the concept of occlusion is clear. All right, and if you're still confused about that, that's totally fine. You can ask it in the comment section, and if even if you want, I can make a separate video on explaining occlusion. All right. Now, how would we achieve occlusion in Spark here? Right. So first of all, there's an object actually called head occluder. All right. So what you have to do is go to the AR library and search for occluder. It's given by Spark AR only. You would see that in the block section, that is this second one, head occluder. Click on it. All right, it's given by Spark AR team. So click on import free, and it will start downloading it and import it after its download. Cool. So we have imported the head occluder. Now what I want you to is put this head occluder inside this head, right? Means inside this face tracker. Now you can see that the means some portion of the cap is hidden, right? And of course this is good, we are able to see the occlusion. All right, now we have to adjust the cap, right? So how would we do that? Let's see. Okay, cool. So can you see that occlusion is perfectly working? We are getting the 3D effect we wanted, right? Isn't it? So occlusion is working perfectly fine. Now you have to adjust the 3D model accordingly. All right, so that it fits the head, so that it fits actually it fits the head, and you don't face any issues, right? So that's what I'm currently doing. It's a bit tedious process actually, but the end result you would be getting is like pretty good. Just let me get this cap straightened up. Okay, cool. Let's see. This seems fine, but as you can see, there's a bit gap. All right, bit of gap on the head. Now just adjust it. All right, now this looks good. This looks pretty good than it was previously. So you have to play with all the 3D models, all right, all the occlusion effects to get to the point you want, right? To get to the final result you want. So it's a bit tedious process, but after you adjust it a bit, the outcomes looks really, really great. All right. So yeah. Hey guys, so this is our last lecture. All right. In this lecture, we are going to create a very simple project after we have learned Spark AR. All right, with the basic skills we learned about Spark AR. All right, see, I'm going to admit that I haven't taught Spark AR in much depth. All right, because I'm going to bring out another series, all right, totally on Spark AR, all right, which will be covering Spark AR in depth. The main idea, all right, the main motivation behind putting Spark AR, the basics of Spark AR in the syllabus. The reason behind it was that I wanted you guys to get excited about augmented reality, all right, and I know many of you are active on Instagram, all right. I know many of you, and you guys enjoy Instagram, so why not make one filter for Instagram, right? So I was thinking that it's going to excite you, and I guess it did. So let's jump into the video and develop our last project, right? And I promise you, all right, one thing I'm going to promise you, that more series like this, all right, more better than this are going to come in near future, all right. I'm improving myself every day, all right. I'm going to bring out videos on virtual reality. I'm going to bring videos on augmented and mixed reality, all right. So make sure to subscribe this channel, all right. So make sure to subscribe this channel so you don't miss any videos, all right. And very soon I'm going to launch, all right, most probably in the month of April, I'm going to launch a course called XR001, all right. It would be a paid course, all right. So the course would be very affordable, all right, for so that everyone can learn from that course. And the course will be launching at my startup, that is Antern. All right. So if you want, you can you guys can enroll in that course, and I'm going to announce that I have announced that course in this video. So make sure. All right. If you want to learn more in depth, all right, I have covered very in depth concepts of augmented, virtual, and mixed reality in that course. All right. There are concepts that no one going to teach you in any of the course around, all right. No one is going to teach you those concepts. I have included those concepts because they are very important, all right. I have included maths required for uh, AR and VR, all right, that is 3D maths. So make sure, all right, to uh, visit that course at least once, all right. And if you feel like joining the course, if you want to pursue augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality as a career, then you can surely join that course. We are going to develop multiple projects. We are going to get in depth of the SDKs, all right. We are going to get in depth knowledge of those SDKs like Vueforias or AR code, that is AR foundation. Then of course Spark AR, we are going to go into the depth of Spark AR. We'll be exploring how to code in Spark and all those very important things, all right. So if you want, you can enroll in that course. So also one more thing, all right, join our Discord server, all right. Join Anton's Discord server. There are many experts in there, all right, who can help you. I am in there, all right. So if you have any doubt in near future, you can ask me in there, all right. And also you can connect with me on LinkedIn, all right. You can follow me on Instagram. So here all the links will be down below in the description, and all the materials, all right, that I have used during the course, all the project assets, all those things will be available on the website, all right, that is arcourse.netlify.app, all right. It would be available in the website, so you can get all the assets from there, all right. And the Spark Air assets you can get from the AR library only, all right. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get going, right. So the very first thing is click on this project properties, click on change project properties, all right. Make sure you do that, and in that click on add experience, all right, and insert the sharing experience, all right. That would actually help us share the assets on our mobile and all those, like on our Instagram, uh, and all those portions, right. So now the very first thing is I want you to add a head tracker, or sorry, face tracker, all right. So click on this plus icon, all right, and click on this face tracker and click on insert, all right. So here you can see a anchor has appeared, and that anchor is moving with the face. Now I want you to add some assets, all right. I want you to add some assets. The very first asset is Go to the blocks. All right, I guess it was in the blocks only, right? I don't exactly remember. Actually, let's search for it. Head occluder. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Here we got it. All right. So make sure to get the head occluder that is provided by the Spark AR assets only. All right. And click on import. It will down. It will start downloading it. All right. And after it's downloaded, click on done. And you know what to do. You just place this head occluder inside of the face tracker. All right. So here we got our head occluder. Now we have to add some more asset, that is plus click on this plus icon, then click on search AR library. All right, and here we would be adding our glasses, that is search for steampunk glasses. All right, so here you will be getting this particular glass, so I'm just going to import it. All right, so it's going to take some amount of time to download and import the model. Till then, all right, make sure you subscribe the channel. All right, make sure you subscribe the channel for more videos, all right, on augmented, virtual and mixed reality if you want to make a career in this domain. And I'm sure you're going to like how this domain is. Like, I love this domain for truly, like, this is one of my favorite domain in computer science. So just wait for a few seconds and it would be downloaded. So now our asset is loaded, right? Now the very first thing I want you to do is, because this thing will make our, Spark AR slow. All right. So what I want you to do is go in there. All right. Select all the assets right in here, and make sure that the compression is set to none as of now. All right. Why? See, here you can see the size is really big. All right. And of course, Spark, when you will be launching this filter, Spark AR won't be accepting it. So that's why you have to compress this filter after you are done with all the, done with all the Spark, means development of your filter. All right, I always do this. So it like I compress these all the materials after the development is done, because that saves a lot of time for me. Like, it doesn't interrupts my development. All right, the development of the filters. Right now what you have to do is fairly simple. Drag and drop this object. All right, make it a child of the face tracker. So here you can see it's, really big, right? So it's time for us to make it small. Okay, first of all, he's moving really fast, so I of course don't want that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, all right, okay, big mistake. Now, all right, okay, cool, very cool. Now you have to adjust this, adjust this to his face. Right, now let's see. Uh-huh. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Yeah, this definitely looks good. Let's all right. Okay, see, we can see his eyes also. So now this glasses are looking very good, and we actually have, set up, means perfectly set up written there. Now what I want you to do is add another asset, that is going to be, you know uh, a hat, right, or a cap maybe. So add any asset you want. All right, so let's go for this one. This seems a nice fit for this head, right? Means for this what can I say, this particular glass, not head. So just wait for it to download. All right, and cool, we got it. Now simply drag and drop it in here. All right, make it a child of our favorite face tracker, and now you know what to do. Scale it down. All right, scale it down. Cool. Now move it a bit so that it gets adjusted on. Okay, let's see now. Yeah, this looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, it definitely looks good. Now, just give me a few seconds, I guess. All right. So I need to make it a bit more bigger so that this cap fits this particular occluder face. All right. So let's see now. Okay, this looks very good, right? Doesn't it? All right. Now let's see. All right. Let's see if everything's working fine or not. All right. Just okay. It's compressing. So I'm just going to as of now remove the whole compression thingy. Of course, it's this thing is of 6 MB and that is of you know 4 or 4. I guess it was a 4 MB, right? So okay, it's of 7 MB guaranteed. So means this one is of 7 MB. So it's around 10 to 12 MB, right? So of course, SparkAir isn't going to accept this particular, this particular model. So the to fix that problem is to compress, all right, to let SparkAir compress these particular, textures and models, and after that you can simply publish it, right? And let's try this out on myself. All right, let's see if it's working or not. All right, just let me all right, all right, all right. It's, I guess, because of the background light, it's not able to track my head perfectly, but that's okay. It's working. All right, okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, cool. So now, if you want to publish it, what you have to do is you have to click on this publish button. All right. Then click on this publish new effect. All right. And currently the text, you can see the textures are being compressed, and after the compression completes, all right, here an option you are finding that is called export. All right, you have to export this particular file into one file. The extension will be .ar export. After it is exported, all right, you have to go to a dashboard. All right, let me show you the dashboard. Just give me a few seconds. Let me pause this simulation. So this is the dashboard. You can simply go in there, facebook.com/parkar hub/dashboard. So these are the two filters I made. All right, this one was like a long time ago. All right, I had some other filters also, but I deleted them. So they are not here as of now. So these two are there, but this JavaScript for dev doesn't really work because I haven't updated as of now, because I guess it's been almost 1 year. This was my very first filter, all right, and this was the one I recently made. This was a very old one, like I haven't updated since, I guess it's been more than 1 year, yeah. So I had other filters too, so I removed them. So I'm going to I'm currently working on creating a whole new set of portfolio of Spark and an AR application. So yeah, that's why I removed the previous ones, right? So now what you have to do is click on, after you are on the hub, you have to click on publish effect, all right, and a new window will appear, all right. So just give it a few moments, all right, just give it a few seconds and it will open the window for you. All right, see, make sure you export the the filter asset, all right, because without that you won't be able to publish your filter. All right, okay, cool. See, first of all, you have to give a name to your filter, all right. So you can give any name to a filter if you are going to upload the filter that I showed you in the project, what you can do is you can, I would like to name it weird uncle maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not really good at naming. All right, I might name it weird uncle. All right, I might name it weird uncle. You can name it anything you want. Right. After that, when you after exporting, all right, you will be getting a file.ar export file. All right. Simply drag and drop that file in here and make sure the file is less than 40 MB. All right, the size of the file is less than 40 MB, and I would suggest you to choose all platforms, or if you just want to, like, upload the filter only on Instagram, you can disable the Facebook Messenger and all the things from here. All right, but currently I wanted to publish it on all platforms. The owner is Priyanshu Bhattacharjee, right? This is the publisher. That is, the publisher is on my Instagram account. Here are the categories. You can select the categories. All right, like it, what kind of is it? It is of sci-fi and fantasy. Of course, it looks like something from fantasy, right? It can be of selfies. All right, so, and also you can, like, select the weird and scary, because weird is in its name only, right? And after that, you for for enhancing the search, you have to add some, you should actually add some keywords in there. All right, and also one thing, what you have to do is you have to record. All right, you have to record the filter. All right, you have to record the filter on your phone, and upload the means the video in here. All right, and after that you can use the video thumbnail. All right, and if you have collaborated with some other people also during the development of the filter, you can add them as a collaborator in here. And there are two options, that is as soon as possible and as set time and date. So you can do any of this. All right, as soon as possible means I generally do as soon as possible. The reason behind it is it gets like, it takes around 3 to 4 hours, or I think maybe even less than that. They publish that filter instantly. So that is one way, and other is you can simply set a particular date and time when you want your filter to be published. All right, and they don't take a lot of time to verify the filter. All right, and then click on submit, and your filter will be out for review. And after it is reviewed, if everything is successful, you will be able to use your means distribute your filters on all the platforms, right? And one more thing, while recording the video, make sure the video of you are recording the video of yourself only, because Spark Air has a policy of not using their their presets. Means you can't use these presets. All right, the presets like this uncle is you like you can't record this uncle using your filter, right? You can't record any of the filters in here to record it, right? So you have to record all the assets by yourself, right? So you have to record the video by yourself. All right, so make sure you do that. And great. And also one more thing, don't use face, all right, your face as as the icon of or logo of this particular filter. All right, make sure to create a logo specific for this filter in your Photoshop, in Canva, or any platform you prefer. All right, so yeah, that's it for this video. And also make sure, all right, you subscribe this channel. All right, join our Discord server, that is our Anton community. All right, and yeah, thank you. See you in the next videos.